So, platform game is a subgenre of action video games in which the core object is to move the player character between points in an environment. These games are characterized by levels consisting of uneven terrain and suspended platforms of varying height that require jumping and climbing to traverse. So, you know it. Anyway, today on Joker's Den Top 18 Best and New Beautiful Platformer Games for Mobile Devices. So, stick with me and obviously subscribe with notifications on. Alright then, let's begin. So, starting off with number 18, Banana Kong 2. Obviously, it's a platform game where you play as a monkey that has to jump, run, bounce and hang from vines to escape from the jungle on his way to the North Pole. In this second installment, there are new gameplay options and better graphics. This installment has based on the same concept as the first, but this infinite race system is better than ever thanks to totally new challenges. Moving on to number 17, Phased. It's an atmospheric action platformer in which you have to play the role of a little funny hero who was in a mysterious world and now you need to help our poor fellow get out. In this case, you need to go through dozens of different levels, each of which is made in its own style and populated with unique characters. In other respects, Phased is a classic platformer with puzzle elements. Next over at number 16, Toy Odyssey The Lost and Found. It's a 2D action and platform game similar to Castlevania or Metroid that adds hundreds of roguelike and tower defense elements into the mix. Plus, the setting and the story of the game will inevitably remind you of the beloved Toy Story. And the control system is really simple, accurate and comfortable to use. So it's a really unique, brilliant game that successfully combines different genres to offer you a true console and PC experience in your mobile devices, which also includes absolutely beautiful visuals and a great soundtrack. On number 15, Selma and the Wisp. It's an astonishing platform game with a particularly eerie feel to it, which is densely packed with logical puzzles and unexpected obstacles. The game incorporates innovative gameplay, low-poly models, and spectacular animations. And before moving on, please don't forget to like this video without any hesitations. Alright, coming up at number 14, Castle of Illusion. It's a fascinating adventure game for mobile about the adventures of Mickey Mouse. Our hero enters the Castle of Illusions where all the rooms have their own unreasonable task. The whole plot unfolds around the evil witch, so you, along with the Mickey Mouse, have to find and release a friend. The game has a good 3-dimensional graphics of the time of these game consoles. Now moving on to number 13, The Beggar's Ride. It's a unique and innovative platform puzzle adventure game where the player can manipulate the environment to solve puzzles in a deep and intriguing story of discovery. So uncover the secrets held within the mask as you journey through strange and beautiful lands, wielding godlike powers over the world around you, and discover the truth behind who the beggar really is. And on number 12, Little Orpheus. It's a technicolor side-scrolling adventure game inspired by classic movies like Flash Gordon, Sinbad and The Land That Time Forgot. The game delivered in 8-bit size, commute-friendly episodes. Little Orpheus is simple enough for casual players but rich enough for seasoned adventure fans. The game comes with stunning visuals, brilliant acting and a world-class score. So Little Orpheus is a pocket epic that you will never forget. So on number 11, Blackmoor 2. It's an action and platform RPG set in a medieval fantasy world whereby controlling up to 8 different characters, players must defend their kingdom against a classic invasion of orcs, dragons, skeletons and demons. And the storyline is nothing special, as it has everything you could possibly want from a fantasy adventure game full of wizards, savages and evil forces, although it has enough twist and mysterious to keep players interested up until the last moment. It is the playable aspect where the game really stands out for particularly every other game in the fantasy genre, and it's due to the perfect combination of graphics, controls and design of levels. Now moving on to number 10, GRIMVALOR. It's a 2D action RPG that's directly inspired by Castlevania. Players can control a solitary warrior whose main mission is to restore order to the corrupt realm of Valoris. Unfortunately, right when your adventure starts, a powerful entity will send you to the dark underworld. And the control system in GRIMVALOR are well adapted to touch screens. It's an excellent combination of role-playing, action and standard platformer gameplay. Alright, on number 9, Aya. In this game, you become a boy and run endlessly. You have to jump over obstacles and go back when you hit a wall and find the right way. There is nothing in both hands, and sharp thrones and dazzling cliffs stand in the way. With wheel and quick weight, you can easily get away with it. All of you have to do just touch the screen to jump, and it's possible up to 2 times. Also touch and hold the bottom of the screen to slow down the flow, and use to find timing to jump or to identify traps in high obstructions. Moving on to number 8, Unruly Heroes. This is an action-adventure game with beautiful 2-dimensional graphics. It tells a story based on the ancient Chinese mythological novella Journey to the West. The game offers an incredibly long journey where you will get in the way of whole armies of bloodthirsty creatures and a lot of quite difficult puzzles. And at each level, you will find yourself in the role of one of the heroes who have unique abilities and characters of combat. The battles themselves are very dynamic, and you will need to quickly react to the attack of opponents. And the locations also amaze with their external design, atmosphere and variety, which literally immerses you in the narrated story with your head. And on number 7, Leo's Fortune. It's a great adventure platformer with beautiful graphics where the main character is an incredibly brave and at the same time cute. The game offers a good storyline as well as puzzles for physics and skill of players. Overall, it's a great platformer game with great visuals and simple controls, and yeah, if you want to be amazed, then a sub to this channel would be classy. Now moving on to number 6, Grease. It's a meditative platformer where you will play as a naive girl named Grease, who is closed in her own world because of the pain that enveloped her in reality. And as the story progresses, Grease becomes emotionally stronger and begins to see his world a little differently. In this game, you will find a carefully designed and animated world, and your ears will pierced by the original soundtrack. And also, simple puzzles, platformer elements and optional tests are available in the game. On number 5, Playdate's Inside. It's a puzzle platformer adventure game developed and published by Playdate, where the player controls a boy in a dystopic world to solving environmental puzzles and avoiding Earth. It is the successor to Playdate's 2010 game Limbo and features similar 2.5D gameplay. Next over at number 4, Typo Man Remastered. It's an action-adventure game that challenges you to help a character that's made up of letters while he explores the different platforms. To do so, you need to make up different words with the letters that you stumble upon during your adventure. And the visuals in Typo Man Mobile are really well designed, which is why you will be easily submerged inside setting where you will find light and shadows alike. And the controls are very basic. So, on the third number of the list, Candleman. It's an atmospheric adventure game whose events evolve in a world submerged in darkness. You also have the role of a candle, but the wick does not burn. but you can set the flame on the light in the path. But remember that the burning time is only 10 seconds and the resource of the candle is also limited, so you will have to use lighting only in extreme cases. In addition to directly moving through dark corridors and locations, you will still have to solve various puzzles. The game offers excellent three-dimensional graphics, adventure story, and a unique atmosphere that makes Candleman one of the best in this genre. And on number 2, Forgotten End. It's a great adventure project that can be called an interactive animated film. The game offers beautiful graphics, original world, a good storyline with twists and unexpected discoveries, as well as much more, and makes this game a great representative of its category. Gamers will travel to a world called Forgotten Lands, where the main character named Anne lives in. The world is designed to keep order in some parts, and when a uprising breaks out, she is forced to start investigating what is happening. So it's a great game that you should definitely try out. Finally, at the top of the list, my personal favorite, Limbo. It's a multi-platform computer game developed by the Danish Playdead Studio and was first released in 2010. The first version of Limbo was released for gaming consoles, and later, due to unprecedented popularity, it is ported to most gaming platforms including Android devices. And by its tactical characteristics of the game is a 2D side-scroller executed on a physics engine that allows full interaction with surrounding objects. And the plot unfolds around a little boy who, in search of his sister, finds himself in a fairy tale world made in monochrome and filled with various traps. In general, the gameplay is a method of trial and error. Because of making wrong decisions, the hero is constantly dying and forced to start everything from the beginning. And the game locations abound with electric, mechanical, gravitational traps, which in most cases are invisible until they work. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you want more. Also, don't forget to turn on the notifications, and you can share your opinion about this video in the comment section. Alright, we'll catch up in the next one. Till then, keep watching and happy gaming.